Get your hands up, yeah. To the floor, yeah.
Greetings, saints and ain'ts.
What up?
We are here with another episode of
The
30 Plus Podcast. It's your girl, Nika X. The X is for exemplary, also known as the Pink Starburst General.
Okay. You know who it is, Foster's Birth, a.k.a. Microphone Mike, a.k.a. Money Mike, a.k.a. Might Make You Mad.
Oh, that's the best one.
For sure gonna make you mad. Mike make you mad. Yes.
That goes into Mike the Menace, huh?
Yes, definitely.
I touch
What
and agree.
What up? It's the Jane of all trades, Miss Cookie Baby.
You say the baby.
Hey cousins, it's your girl Kim, and y'all already know it's time to kick it.
And this is another episode of the 30 Plus Podcast when we talk love, life, and lessons after 30. Mm-hmm. And this episode is no exception. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. What we doing today?
We doing a whole lot.
Are we checking energies or are we what?
We can do really plus minus after 30 because we've checked the energy in the room for the last couple of episodes. So give me a plus and minus after 30, Mike.
Ooh. I don't know at this moment. I feel like I'm gonna do a minus.
Okay.
I feel like it's just 30. I feel like you have to know everything, and it's exhausting.
You don't want to get your stuff together. That's what that is.
I mean, it's not that. It's just I feel like I gotta know this, and I gotta know that, and then I gotta know this too. You know, and it's just like draining.
Yeah, get your stuff together.
Oh my God, same stuff.
Well, plus minus cook. Y'all just breathing hard today.
It sounds like it's gonna be a minus.
This is why I check energy. You see all this sign that you wanted to do?
Today has drained me.
It's this life. I'm just mad because I'm responsible and I have to be responsible.
Okay,
That's
so
all.
yours is a minus 32.
It's a minus. I only wanted to be 30 plus. Well, I only wanted to be grown to do what I want to and have sex.
Yeah, and now
I ain't
you
asked
see,
for these bills and other
I was just
stuff.
about to say, now you see it ain't what it's cracked
ghetto.
up to be.
I need to have a talk with my parents. Y'all seen that lady who sued her parents because she was like she didn't ask to be born?
And she won.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like
won.
my daddy though. So
They're not gonna do that again. I'm just letting you know.
They're not gonna do that because
That'd
my
be too many
skin.
cases.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a crazy governor. Mine is gonna be a plus since it's so many minuses in this room. Jeez. I think my plus is going to be just living the life. In the 20s, just like Mike said, you feel like you have to know it all. The 20s, you have to go. Yeah. In your 30s, it's okay to be settled and be in the house. So I've been in the house and it's been okay. Yeah. And nobody's been wondering like, why you ain't been outside? Because we ain't gotta do all that now.
That's facts.
We ain't gotta do all that now. So what about you, Nick?
Well, I don't want you to be along in your plus.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Please join the 30 plus club.
That's because the 30 is 30 out here.
It really is. I ain't say I had one, so I don't want you to be alone.
Okay. Yeah. that means you're gonna pull it out. Just pull it out that bag.
I got nothing. Is it plus? Is it minus? Is it
Is it multiplying?
Okay, it's dividing. Dividing 30. That's what we're doing today. I'm gonna say ooh.
Go ahead and say minus. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I can tell my
Tell your
truth.
truth.
Okay. There's a lot of these people, y'all cousins, right? I think a minus because we grew up watching movies and we were excited to be grown. And it was all a lie.
All of it.
A lie.
The 90s music was a lie.
House party is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
A lie.
The movies, the music, the 90s were all a lie. The 90s were a facade. And please tell me that we peaked as a civilization in our 90s.
That's why they're rebooting all the 90s stuff.
Yeah, because now the bar is hell and I can't handle it. There was love songs.
Living single.
There was really romantic, good black Love Jones. Man, come on, stop playing. So, yeah, it's a minus.
I'm just saying. I agree.
Because I'm not living a life that they portrayed in the 30s and the 90s.
Yeah.
My 30s.
I mean, it don't even rain no more for a love story, so we can just like X that out.
That's true.
Just X it out.
That's
Got
true.
love songs. The videos ain't the same.
If you not singing to the rain with a leather vest on,
Yeah.
do you really love me?
No.
Or you in a bathtub
Right.
with all those fake rose petals?
Or in the
Like,
middle of
with
the desert
With a leather
with a long
vest.
sleeve with a long sleeve shirt or a vest on.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
I want you parched.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see you dehydrated looking at me.
So yeah, the 30s
In the daylight
is
with a
30s for
flashlight.
us, baby.
Outside my house with a boom box.
Yeah, it's no longer
Ain't nobody
the
doing
same.
that.
I ain't seen nothing like it.
Now you see them in their stories.
Throwing shots.
Yeah. You was mad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mad. Yeah, that was a trigger.
Yeah.
That was a trigger.
Yeah. Okay. So, 30 Plus Podcast. This is where we are
Yep.
in 2023.
I'm the only plus.
Yeah. She living a good life.
I be inside.
I'll be better
Look,
tomorrow.
look, I'm about to rub her shoulder like the stone on Apollo.
Right? Need that good look, baby.
Okay.
Because these 30 is just, yeah.
Rub that belly.
like the Buddha.
I need a flashback day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in the back of them movies then, you got the flashbacks and the forward, man. Everything
Yeah.
just look fun and exciting and stuff. The montages. We don't even got montages no more.
Oh, how the BET movie started. I bet you wonder how I got here. Yes, I do.
No, yes,
Hey.
I do.
Now, if they did that with me, oh my God. Oh my God. I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
Nah, that's funny. That's funny.
Like I said, what we do is talk love, life, and lessons after 30. And like I said, today is no exception. So today we're going to discuss relationship burnout.
Relationship burn at.
And it can mean a
That can-
plethora of things. They can mean a plethora of things. It could be like you're tired of relationships because you're hopping from relationship to relationship and you're burnt out. So you're sick of it.
Bunny hopping.
Yeah,
Being with the same person.
you're right. Or building the song. Yeah, that part.
Playing the same song for too many years.
Yeah.
Had that same song on repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it all sound the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Same script, different cast.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
So, relationship burnout after 30. What does that look like to you? What has been your experience?
I mean, I guess I feel like in my 30s, I've only had one serious relationship, and it was only for like a year and a half. Oh my God!
I was just about to say,
I just came over that realization, and I'm old. That's crazy. I had many relationships in my 20s. I was a serial monogamous, but like in my 30s, I really only had that one semi-serious for a year and a half, and then the one 90-day relationship. That is crazy.
I'm sorry. When he says 90 days, I'm one of those people that watch like 90 Day
I know,
Fiance.
that's how I feel
TLC.
about it.
And
That's-
I'm just like,
that's
this
how it
man
was.
here.
Yeah.
That's crazy because me and my ex-fiance broke up like the year I turned 30, like 15 days exactly after I turned 30. But yeah.
Oh, so you remember.
Yes.
That was
Oh.
a traumatic experience for you.
Yes. But dang. So I don't know. I feel like I can't really speak to burnout because I feel like, well, I ain't been in nothing like that long enough.
We talked about situationships. So do you have a situationship burnout?
Oh yeah, them burn out quickly, like a match. It start off hot and sizzle quick, baby.
Like a little firecracker.
Yeah. So I feel,
You feel like what?
no, I feel like with those, like I feel like it's easy to burn out of a situationship because you know it's not going nowhere. So if you know it's not going nowhere, it can get boring quick if you get to any same type of routine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm seeing every day we watching a movie and we kicking it and that's all we do, it's eventually gonna get boring because
You're doing the same thing.
yeah, we're doing the same thing and we know it's ain't gonna end or in a relationship. So, you get tired of that. Like I need a new movie watcher or a new situation.
But do you go into that knowing that that's going to be a situation? I don't think you do that all the time.
No,
I
not
think
all the
sometimes
time.
you kind of fall into that to where it kind of becomes a situationship, even if it's intentional.
Yeah, that's true.
Or unintentional.
And
Unintentional.
it makes
yeah.
it more. So you do need that little extra spicy to keep it up so that you don't get burned. I feel like that's the first thing. I feel like once everything starts to get the same that's when you burn out on a relationship or a situationship. I feel like especially with situationship because you can go through those quicker because there's no real attachment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, we could do one this week. We can do one next week. We can do one 2 weeks from now. And it's like, you can get burnt out quick because, okay, this person, I only see him once a week and I know that's all I'm going to see him. So I'm burnt off on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like, dang, no matter what, it's easy to just burn out on somebody.
That's
you,
where,
Mike.
but I think that's what a dating is now. Period. I think people allow themselves to get burned out so quick. I think because people feel like they have so many choices out there,
Options is
and
crazy.
the options are a little different. So where they be like, "Oh, this ain't work. Let me hit somewhere else. This ain't work. I'm gonna head out."
Yeah.
And while I too have only been in one relationship in my 30s, I've dated, and I don't know if I have relationship burnout. But I think I've dated in burnout.
Yeah.
Because I since I intentionally date, I think that I when I give my energy to a connection and it doesn't work, I'll be like, ooh, that's tired. Let me sit down a little bit and recompose myself and figure this out.
Let's regroup.
Go back and think about what I really wanted.
Yeah.
And make you question what you actually wanted in the first place.
And and then, once you try to figure out like, okay, why this didn't work or why this didn't, okay.
Let me retry something.
Yeah.
Yeah. My relationship burnout came in college and it was because of options. It was because of options. And then, like at a certain time when this term ends, this person may not be coming back. I might not see you again.
Yeah.
So let's just have fun while we have fun. And then I hate to say it like this, but next.
Yeah.
So basically burnout can have a time limit. So it's like, it's going to burn out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, burnout can definitely have a time limit. Because
out of town flings.
I was just gonna say vacation flings, out of town flings, and seasonal flings.
Yeah, it's long distance flings. Yeah.
Long distance too, and I think long distance burnout happens quicker than all the other things that we've just named.
Right.
Because we get tired. Like, I haven't seen you. I'm tired of just talking on the phone. I'm tired of just texting, and then all of those behaviors come kind of tedious too, because you're like, man, you ain't called me all day. Like when the routine starts to kind of break up, you're like, why can't you just pull up? Why can't I just see you? And then it becomes a problem. So I don't know, man.
So actually, that's crazy because I actually went to. Well, I actually met somebody online, right?
Yeah.
And when I met her online, I'm talking to her like I think she's down the street because her location is down the street. So I'm like, oh yeah. Well, she was like, I'm going out of the country, at the end of the year, and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I gotta meet you before you leave then.
Right.
I mean, not the end of the year, like the end of the month. I was like, well, I gotta meet you before you leave then. And she was like, well, that's already gonna be hard because I already live in Canada. I'm like, wait, what? That's what I said. I was like, wait, what? And honestly, instantly when she told me that, I automatically was like, okay, this is not gonna last. Like, I don't do long distance.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's for the fools, but
Right.
I don't do long distance because like she said, that's the quickest one. That gets boring to me so long. Like me knowing in the back of my head I'm not going to see you.
Right.
No, it's just like, okay, what am I doing this for?
Right.
And then we live in Houston. Like it's 32 flavors.
Right.
Yes.
Like it's so much to choose from, pick from, kick it with. Like, you think I'm about to wait on you?
Hey, that's how I feel.
It's fun traveling,
you seeing
but
somebody every day. You seeing random people every day, and the one person you interested is in another country or miles away. Like, it don't be worth it. That's why I feel like this fool's game. Like,
yeah, for sure, fool's game, for sure.
So what's the farthest like you would date someone like from a travel standpoint?
Since I stay downtown now, anybody in the outer regions are okay.
I knew he was gonna say that. He was gonna say humble, something crazy.
Really, it's just just really not. Actually, I won't even go past. What is it right now? I won't go past Greens Point because I'm not about to date in the Woodlands or Spring. That's anything that's gonna take an hour. We ain't got no chance, boo.
So now you feel that way?
I've been felt that way. I was a little more accepting when I stayed on the outskirts because, I got to drive in and it gave me a chance to go see the city. But now that I'm in the city, there's no need for me to go see the suburbs.
This man here.
What?
But I can't blame you because now that I think about it, I was living on the north side dating somebody from the south side, and I felt so special when he came all the way to see me.
Yeah.
And then as the distance got shorter, we got closer.
Yeah.
Because I remember the day when I moved to the South Side, I was like, I just want to let you know, I just moved. And then that's when the relationship took a total turn.
In a good way or a bad way?
Oh, great way.
Great way?
Great way. It took a total turn. But yeah.
Proximity makes it way better. Like,
I used to feel, super special, because that's a 45 minutes to hour drive. And that's without traffic.
And then people ain't thinking that's there and back.
Yeah.
You know what
Right?
I mean? Like, that's 2 hours of my life in driving.
Yeah, just driving to see you. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I get burnt out quick with long distance.
That's not really long distance.
Okay, but for the listeners that are not in Houston, we do have to paint a real picture for you. So when you say you're coming to Houston, we're letting you know that there are some parts of the city that are considered Houston, quote unquote, and it's an hour away from your destination.
Yes.
So yes, that's long distance, and no, we're not coming.
On my way here today with traffic, it said an hour and 10 minutes from where I was at.
Mine was 49 red.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, guys, that was rush hour.
No, it had one wreck on my stuff, and it still said an hour and 10 minutes.
Mine had 2, but we ain't gonna talk about it. I was upset.
Hi, Cookie here. So,
They know who you is.
This fool had to announce it.
so rush hour, baby, and an accident is 2 different conversations. There was rush hour, which happens every day between this time and this time, and then an accident just further complicated your commute.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was green besides the accident.
Yeah, and that's burnout. That is burnout. Ain't doing it no more.
Exactly. And
I
that's
can't
why
say
I can't
that.
have no long distance relationship.
I've had them. I've had long distance Houston relationships. Now they did do more driving than me,
Exactly. That's another reason.
but it was truly because of their schedule. They had a different schedule than I did. But I've compromised and went before. They stay way in Texas City.
And did you get burnt out from driving out there?
Baby, I only drove twice.
Oh, baby, that's
Exactly.
far.
Yeah, that's a whole nother city. That ain't even Houston.
And he
y'all.
did it all the when it's in you, it's in you. So he did it all the time. He did it quite frequently. I've dated out of the state. Now that definitely had a time limit.
Yeah. So that means you knew it was coming to an end, and you knew it was gonna burn out on that.
Yeah, but we weren't in a relationship.
Exactly.
And we let Mike speak on his situationship and that burnout too. And it the same. I think the long distance kind of trumps it.
Always. I'm telling you, in the back of my mind, instantly, it's like.
And it's you.
Count your
So-
days.
How much you're not gonna date in the woodlands?
So if your wife is in a Tascasita, you just gonna
My wife is a Tascasita, then she not my wife, because my wife would be closer to me.
That's not true.
You talking about
she will when y'all married.
my wife?
Yeah, that's not true. You only want
Nah, I'm not gonna
you're
lie.
not gonna get burned out
Mike-
seeing the same girls at the store and in your area.
No, Mike only dates in his proximity. If you notice, he always goes to like the same places for like leisure. He's like very
No, I
Ain't
need
that
you
why you moved?
convenient.
predictable.
No, I like convenience. Like, I need you 5 to 10
Okay,
minutes
so
away
let's
from
talk
me.
about
so
that.
it can be a moment's notice. It can be late night and it's like, oh, you want to come through? If it's 45 minutes, no, right?
You're saying you wouldn't come through, but there are
Pack an
women.
overnight bag.
I ain't never had that problem.
I mean,
I
it didn't
don't.
happen, but
Get up early.
exactly.
I was just-
That's what I'm saying. But if I live 5 minutes, getting up early ain't nothing.
But if it's worth it, or this is a person that you want to be
down
with,
every
it's not going to
cool
be a
when they do
burnout.
it.
I mean, it's. I just feel like it's still gonna burn. The further it is, the more the quicker it's gonna burn out. That's just me.
That's for you, because
Yeah.
I've never had that problem.
The further, because even in the beginning, I drive that hour, like the 90 day. She stayed an hour away from me. I drove over there every other night. Then I got started getting
It was
tired
worth
of that.
it though.
At
But
first,
you still was holding
then
in
I
until
got-
she relocated. Put
Nope.
the plate.
That's no. I stopped driving over there, and that's when fights started. Because I was like, I'm not coming over there. You got to come over here, and that's when the animosity began.
But it's still a compromise, though.
Yeah,
Okay, that means she didn't want to drive to you.
yeah. She
Okay, so of course the fight gonna happen.
Only when it's convenient. Only when she had to be on that side.
But that's what you're saying too.
No, there was
Sound like
never
a
a reason
match
for me
made
to be
in
on that
heaven.
side, but her. That was my literal reason.
Okay,
On my
so
side,
you put
she
more
had
into it
4
than you was
different.
receiving. You know what we call that? Karmic
Burnout.
energy.
That's like I said. That's why I got burnt out.
Burnout.
I got burnt out of driving.
Well, I ain't never had that. I've had men get on planes, trains, flies,
boats and
birds, whatever they needed to, because when we want to, we will. No excuse. And so I've never heard the excuse.
But that doesn't get old. That's the whole point. The whole point is all that gets old.
It would get old if it's out of state, or even like if this is Houston and I have to go to Dallas or a surrounding area like that. But I'm not going to get burnt out driving from Jersey Village to the Woodlands.
If it's someone I like, I don't think it'll be a burnout.
But eventually, wouldn't you try to relocate to be closer to that person?
That's what I was going.
So isn't that a sense of burnout?
Because that's only with a relationship you're going to want to get closer to that person. I'm not about to be in no situationship trying to get close to you, knowing that you ain't even going to be nobody I'm going to be with.
But we're not talking about situationships.
We're talking about relationships.
In this regard. Situationships, I'm sure it will get boring. I mean, burnout, because that's not your person.
Even with a relationship, honestly, that would have to be an immediate conversation. Do you plan on,
right.
Hey, like, are we going to move in? I don't believe in moving in nobody until we engage, but
Agreed.
but until we get, I mean, I've lived with women. That's the reason I've come up with that decision.
When it
Done it. Exactly.
You ain't gotta hit me,
Hey,
but
I
what?
done it. So once I done it and living in my 30s, baby, we will split. We will split these apartments. I stay in mine, you stay in yours. I'll spend the night, you spend the night until we engaged. And then once we engaged, we trying to save for this wedding anyway, so we can live together. And I need to live with you to know if I really can marry you.
That's funny.
That's
said
what
that.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We might need to move in before the engagement.
No,
So you
I'm
know
not
how
telling
they
you the
are.
first week or the first month or even 6 months.
Because
Engagement and not a day before.
yes, I totally agree. And I say the engagement
For me.
because we're gonna be living together anyway.
Been
I
there,
understand too.
done
I
there,
understand.
write a book. I'm
Yeah.
good. I know y'all leave the same. You leave the toilet seat up, leave socks on the floor. I'm good. I understand how y'all live. I don't need to do it. I don't
That's
need to
how
see
I
that
feel.
again.
I feel the same,
Okay.
and we need space and opportunity.
It ain't even a space. If
No,
you
I mean-
if you
What's
want to
your
live with me in
opportunity?
the same, I'm not listening in this house. If you want to live in the same roof under me, do what you got to do.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I feel. Like I don't want to
Hit that knee. Then you
That's
can
what
live
I'm
with
gonna
me.
All right.
Bars.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
God, give me.
Hey, I'm gonna have to agree with Nick, man. That's
All right.
No, that's that. Hey,
Nah, I'm for real.
that
I don't
that
care.
works. That does. I know for me, I gotta see if your cleaning habits, because if I gotta do it by myself, I don't need you.
That's
here.
that thing. See, the thing is, the reason I say this is because if we've been dating that long to where I know I'm gonna propose to you, that means you spend the night at my house. I
You
spend the
gonna
night
see
at your
their habits.
house.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. No, I do agree about the living, but what you call it? You know how you leave? You got a drawer.
Yeah.
I need you to have that. You can have a drawer.
I don't even need that. You got your own apartment. I got mine.
No, I
You
mean,
leave I got a
you
toothbrush
still-
here for you.
you-
That's it.
Yeah, so you have a drawer, because call it
5 minutes
princess
away from
treatment
me.
if you want to, but men ask what kind of soap I like and all kind of things like that. And so sometimes I do the same. But
As you should.
I'm saying, because I'm at this age where I enjoy living by myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Somebody joked with me the other day and was like, you probably one of them women that'll be married and your husband live in a separate house. It didn't sound bad once I thought about
Can't do
it.
that.
But listen, I said, but it definitely would have to be Oprah and Stedman. Like, you go to the backyard when I'm mad at you, but you do have to, if we're together and we're gonna be married, you do have to sleep in here every night, because curiosity killed the cat.
I don't believe in that separate house stuff, because that's gonna make me burn out and get married. I mean, get me inside.
Because what are we doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
And again, to each his own. If you want to live with somebody before, some people do live by that theory. They want to see how that person live and all that stuff. For me, and I've done it, so I'm not sitting up here being a hypocrite. I've done it. I'm not doing it again.
Same.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I done lived with like 3 different women.
You caught me once, you won't catch me twice.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I got a chance to experience it. Cool. Not doing it again.
Yeah.
I lived with 3 different women, and I.
You live
highly
with 3
do-
different women?
3 different women.
That's
One
the
of them-
burnout right there.
Yeah, that definitely.
didn't know
burned out
that.
Stuff. One of them was one of your friends,
Oh goodness.
partially.
Oh yeah, but
was-
that didn't count. Y'all was
It was
kids.
for a summer. Yeah, it was college.
That didn't count.
That did count.
Regret it.
No, it don't.
Yes, that does count, because that's
Not if
where
fast for playing for it. Who paid for the room?
I stayed off campus.
It don't-
She
it don't
stayed
matter.
with me for the summer. She technically had her own room.
I was just
on
gonna say,
campus
it don't
there,
matter
so.
who paid for
Well,
it.
she just
They
stayed with
lived
me
together.
for a summer. Though.
They cohabitated.
Yeah.
See, that's the situationships.
That
No,
was-
Now,
they
y'all
was,
in a relationship,
they was in a
right?
relationship.
No, we was in a relationship.
No, I'm being funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was.
About to
we was
say.
in a
No,
relationship.
I
That was
just
my
thought
first
about
college
my
girlfriend.
Yeah, no, that's that
And she
burnout.
came and gave me a letter in school.
Y'all broke up?
And
No, she gave me
check
a
the
letter.
box, yes or no?
Basically,
No,
something like that.
yeah.
With her name and
She
no.
back on the market. She
Good for
blowing
her.
up too. She
He
viral.
good.
Hey, that's good.
Go and
for
get her
her.
to promote your stuff.
That's not how I rock.
He good.
Yes, it
I'm
is
very
because you
good.
promo with everybody else.
He's good.
I don't have a problem with that person. Like,
Mike is spoken for.
No, I didn't say for that. I'm talking about promo. She had started a whole little movement and it took off like randomly.
I seen it.
You saw
She
that?
sent it to me.
I rest my case, Yana.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
So he sent it to me. I found out because I saw it.
I don't know what to tell you, boo.
Okay. So burnout.
He's too.
Yeah, I
told y'all
think-
siblings.
I think for me, I'll get burned out when it becomes a routine.
Yeah, that's what basically I was saying.
Yeah, when it becomes a routine, or I feel like I'm doing
Even
this
in a
because I'm
relationship or just a
obligated.
situationship?
No, we speaking of relationships. In situation, ain't nothing routine.
That's not true.
I'm gonna do what I want to.
I mean,
We
still-
talk about me. This
Oh,
is my
bad. You're
my
right.
account of
Oh,
events.
Dang.
Because again, I don't get in those.
So how did you get burnt out your last relationship?
It was lies.
Oh, you just got tired of the lies.
Yeah, I got tired of the lies.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the lies. And you know, women, we leave emotionally before we leave anyway, so I already was checked out. It was more of a, you know how you look for a loophole in the contract? It was that. It was like, what can he do today?
Oh Lord.
Build my case. Boom.
Well, Kim, since you in a relationship, what do you think would cause you to burn out? Like, if it was something currently to happen, you would be like, I burnt out because this happened. What? I mean, it's of course hypothetical.
He cheated.
That's not being burnt out though.
But
That's,
you asked me, so I told you. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, to be honest with you, when it comes to this relationship that I'm in, it's a wild time. Like, we are two big kids. To be honest with
I love
you, and Nick's looking at me because like these signs, they crazy. It's like it's a wild ride every day. So it's something different every single day. So I'm not sure where the burnout will come in because again, y'all know my burnout is with monotony. Like if it's a monotonous routine, something boring, and it's definitely not that. Definitely not that. And when we say keep it spicy, it's not either.
Yeah.
It's not
not
even
sex.
nothing dealing
Yeah,
with sex. It's dealing with just
personalities.
this fool here, just like every day, and like little debates that we have at the house or questions that we come up with and stuff that we laugh at on social media, things like that. So it just keeps us young and it keeps it fresh. So with me, burnout comes like with space. And he was one of the ones that drove 45 minutes to see me.
Okay.
Like every day, no problem. Didn't matter if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, he's coming.
I love it.
And so like when it comes to us and burnout, I can't say I don't foresee it, but me and burnout, it's like with space, like long distance or monotony, and we don't have those issues.
Oh, that's good. What about you?
I think burnout with me comes with no forward progression.
Stagnant.
Yeah, stagnant behavior because I need movement. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like you said, the monotony of what are we doing?
Yep.
Like, after so long,
no
and I sit in it.
purpose.
Yeah, and the time I've tried to sit in it again became a detriment. So I tried it that way,
Yeah.
and it still shot me in the foot. So just kind of like, let's not do that. Like, now at this point, what are we doing?
Got you. So now instead of letting it burn out, you just get to that. So basically, you stop it before you put it out before it burn
She
out.
can recognize the signs.
Yeah.
So it's just
She
kind of like,
talked
oh,
about that with her
this.
attachment style.
Yeah.
She put it
Yeah.
out before it burn out.
You're right. So now the fear for avoidment, since we have a name to this, I
love it.
It kicks in. It's just like, okay, I see where this is going. And again, I don't have to be hit more than once,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, over the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you ain't get it the first time. Here we
Yeah.
go again. Boom, boom. When I can start seeing those signs, I'm like, oh, see where this is going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before we burn out, let me blow this candle out. Thank you.
and I think, that's probably why I hate those questions that we see on social media that are like, marriages in our grandparent day was this. Well, baby, that's because they ain't had no choice.
Yeah.
They had no skills.
No
They
social
were
media.
taught. It ain't even that. No,
What are you
that's not
talking
even
about?
that.
That does help that.
It's not that. It's not about the social media. It's more so about the dependentness. They were codependent.
Yeah.
And so we as women at certain times we couldn't have skills. It was home cooking children.
Yeah, gender roles have changed.
Gender roles have
Yeah.
changed. We are now in the playing field.
Y'all really got the equal rights. We're not equal.
No, I didn't say that.
Hey,
I
now.
didn't say that. That's another show. But I'm saying that to say that women put up a lot of things, just like we have a saying in our culture: if you want to find out if granddad was cheating, go to the funeral. All of this, the oops babies,
All the legitimate kids, illegitimate kids.
they pop
there.
up,
Right.
and 9 times out of 10, Mama knew.
Yeah, she knows.
She knew, but
She's staying with him.
for
'cause
my
that's her bread and
man,
butter.
hello.
She had no choice, right? That was on that other dependent or what's it called episode.
Right now, dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our touch.
She was a dependent, so
Get
she
your
had to
own.
stay. Yeah.
What's that song? Something she got her own. She got her. What is
Okay,
it?
Neo.
Yeah,
I
there
love
we
her
go.
'cause she got her own.
Hey, that's my jam.
It can't be. You
course
ain't
it
even know the
is.
lyrics.
And the remix
Hey,
for
my throat.
the remix by Beyonce is "We Love Him Because He Got His Own."
We do love him.
We're gonna stick with Neo because he wrote both songs.
Okay, sir.
Let me call Monietta.
Hey, you just know it's true. Who is that?
Yes, you can call Crystal now too.
Oh yeah.
She was
I
showing off the other day.
Just make sure I'm gonna just reiterate, y'all go check out the HBO show with my homie Kim. I actually watched it not too long ago, and I was like, I feel like a proud homie moment, dog. I was like, look at my dog. I really said another word,
And you
but
look
I was
cute.
like, I was shouting people, hey, y'all need to watch this. The homie on there, she on my podcast too. They was like, who? I'm
She
like,
on
you'll
what?
see it when
Hold
you
on,
see it.
back. She
On your
on what?
Huh?
David
can hunt,
Ruffin,
you can
she on
hear.
your what?
Ain't no temptations without me, baby.
Oh, here he go. And see, we get burnt out when men start playing with us.
Right.
Like when they start playing with us, that's when we get burnt out too. That's when we get burnt out too.
But it's your podcast, huh?
It's his podcast.
Boy, I can't even play what he pays supposedly.
Child, he's the reason why it's still going.
Bring
We
it
can't
back.
hear you.
Oh,
I
bring
can't
it back.
hear you.
That's what.
David Ruffin had a bag at the end.
Oh, I was looking at him like, speaking to the mic. Nah, you can't.
It's off.
Yeah,
But it's his,
off.
right?
Yeah, it is his. I guess.
Hit him with the lid. Turn my mic up some more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
I'm just like David Ruffin coming back. You know, David had to come. You know, back.
David also got thrown out of a car.
He sure did. A
Hey.
moving car at that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the one who do that.
So if we are imitating life, you want to go for a ride?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
But what
About to
I
say,
will
I'm the
do
last one in
is
a
I'm trying to
driveway.
get the
Okay.
once the podcast blow, I'm getting us all Rolls Royces. I'm gonna get all
I don't
y'all.
want that. Give
you
me the
right?
money.
No, I'm getting y'all Cadillacs. I'm pulling up in
No,
the all
baby,
white
give me the
Rolls
money.
Royce.
Give me the money. Don't
You
don't.
know,
Why?
when we congratulated Kim on her documentary, we had a conversation, right?
Yes, we
On
did.
how we felt things were going, even that the podcast,
Ooh,
took off like we wanted to do, like we were speaking into existence.
and will.
And Fly here
What?
has
Why
this thing to where he feel like he's above the group.
Nah,
And I don't know
never that.
why. Yeah, you do.
I don't. Y'all know y'all my peoples.
Like, we can't tell.
No,
I'm just David Ruffin
SWV is
sometime.
gonna take it there. SWV, we're just gonna take off.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
We
You let
might
them
be a member
slide.
short.
Yeah.
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 Hey.
You know what they say? Everyone can't come.
They can't.
Dang.
We'll just stop telling him what time to record. That's it.
Dang.
Dang.
No, that's a slow. No, that's a slow burn.
They gonna start Peter Pan now. Hey Mike, you can go miss this episode.
Yeah.
Blue, we don't need your services either.
we will just stop updating the recording schedule.
Right.
I'm like, when y'all drop a new episode?
No,
Mike, tell me.
no, we'll hit him up. Mike, what days you work? Tuesday. Oh, y'all recording Tuesday.
We sure will.
Don't be like that.
Don't sit
y'all.
this one out, big homie.
Dang.
Anywho,
They plotting against me. That's
Hey.
why I gotta act like David.
anyway. So the opposite or adverse effect of relationship burnout is possibly trauma bonding. Right?
Have y'all ever trauma bonded?
Yep.
Think so?
I know so.
You know me. I love to start with a good definition so everybody will be on the same plate.
Yeah.
And everybody understands where we're coming from when we're talking about a trauma bond.
So
So without further ado, we're going to let Neek go ahead and give us a clear, clean definition so we can all be on the same page.
Now.
Yeah, you do.
We need the hood and the urban.
We meet people where they are. That's what makes us different.
Oxford.
So in summary, trauma bonding occurs when a person experiencing abuse develops an unhealthy attachment to their abuser. They may rationalize or defend their abusive action, feel a sense of loyalty, isolate from others, and hope that the abuser's behavior will change.
Oh.
Not the one you thought, huh?
And
No,
there
that's
are
not what I
also 7 stages of trauma bonding. So stage 1, love bombing. Stage 2,
Don't look around now.
get you hooked and gain your trust.
Ooh.
Stage 3,
Definitely do that.
shift to criticism and devaluation.
Ooh.
Stage 4,
Sound like Mike.
gaslighting.
Ooh.
I don't do that.
Stage 5, resignation and submission. Stage 6, loss of sense of self. And stage 7, emotional addiction.
Those do sound all legit. I've definitely trauma bonded before.
We know.
No,
Definitely no.
But this is what I thought trauma bond was. I thought it's like if you've been through similar situations that you can really relate to that might have been somewhat traumatic, then you latch on to the ideal of that, and then that's how you bond with that person.
Yeah, that's an aspect
It's an aspect of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
You
an
ain't- you
aspect
ain't
of
far.
it. Yeah, so
Okay.
you're not far
You're in the
off.
under
That's what I
umbrella.
be doing. I be finding different. It'd be traumas that I've related to.
Like what?
Like when my dad died, I met this woman who her dad had died like a week before, and
Oh, man.
I nicknamed her Trauma Bond because that's what we talked about and latched onto each other because it was around the same time. So we both was feeling the same way around the same times, and we would have conversations about it, and we feel like we can talk to each other about how we really felt about it. You know what I mean? Like.
Judge free.
Yeah, judge free to somebody who literally is going through the exact same thing, so they can relate to the feelings and the thoughts that you might have.
So did that become a friend?
Yeah, they become a friend.
Okay, that's great.
Well, actually, we're not friends no more. But we never did nothing. It was just
no,
was a
I knew
trauma. But
that
yeah.
part of it, but I just was curious as to what happened after that.
I mean, if I text her, she'll text me back, and it's vice versa.
So
But
y'all served each other's purpose.
yes, that's how I feel.
I
Like
would say,
once
yeah,
we got
it's
to
kinda
a certain,
faded.
yeah, once
That's
we
nice.
both
Seasonal.
it burnt out.
Seasonal trauma bond.
Yeah, so once it got to a point where I feel like we both were not, over it, but felt better about the situation, and it wasn't no need to be, to having those same conversations anymore. But that's the thing with trauma bond too. You can burn out because there's no longer, the purpose is
It
service.
served its purpose.
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about, and we didn't bond over the fact that we like to eat pizza and watch movies, you know what I mean? So we didn't really get to those type of topics.
Yeah, you learn to cope with it in a different way, and so after she,
Yeah.
Helped you cope, you left.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
It was the same, vice versa.
User.
Yeah,
No, we
definitely
both.
a
That was.
user.
I'm
both
kidding.
of
I'm
us.
kidding.
No, my trauma bond came when this person was just kind of with me through some things that kind of, I would say, was pivotal in my life at that time.
Growing pains.
Yeah, definitely growing pains. And I think that we both kind of stuck with each other for the long run, and I wouldn't even say long run, but we were together for that duration of time because like you were here when this happened, and this changed my life in a very significant way, and so that's how we trauma bonded. The love bombing, the gaslighting is the reason why that bond started to burn itself out, and of course bars in between us helped burn it out too. And everything else I learned about that situation burned it out. But yeah, you ain't gotta air me out, baby. I'm gonna air myself.
Oh my God! I did not see that coming.
Come on,
Yeah.
Rihanna, you better release your own pictures.
Yeah, I'm gonna release it myself. But no, like those things, like when you ride with someone, and it definitely wasn't ride or die because I definitely wasn't riding or dying. But when you ride with somebody and you go through those things with them, and you're gonna stand by them. This is what I can do for you. I'll look out for you. Look out for me. But once it came to a time like, and I'll tell you, I don't care. Like when he was in jail, like he was still like paying my bills.
Oh snap!
Casanova.
Yeah, he was paying my bills and I was living my life, but I was also like loyal to him.
Right.
But the people around me are like, man, Kim, you can do much better. And I'm like, yeah, I sure can. But why when I can just live my life and get my bills paid?
I agree with that.
But then it came to a point where it's just kind of like, yeah, now it's getting to be too much because I do want to live my life.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to be like on pause waiting on you.
Right.
So unfortunately I had to start paying my bills myself.
Get up.
So that would you say that made it burnout as well?
What? Burnt.
Do you think the jail
Crispy. Burnt in barbecue.
You think the bar?
Wait, barbecue burnt in. Wait.
Nigga say crispy.
Just
That took me out.
done. Okay.
Occasion.
Done.
I don't care what y'all
Black
think. We
in.
all went to
Do you
bacon
think,
when you said that.
Wait, do you think it was like a trauma bond as well for like being in there and you being out there? Like, was that type of a trauma bond as well for like the feeling like I gotta stay obligated, I gotta hold him down, or I gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was a slave to my phone.
Yeah.
Like you can't miss a call,
Yeah.
and then you can't be having too much fun
Yeah.
when this person calls because if they hear your background,
Yep.
now they mad, now this, now that. So all the stages that you talked about,
Right.
I
Preach.
could definitely relate to every single one of them because it came to a time where I'm just like, you know what? I ain't do that. You did.
Yeah.
And now you have to do your time. And guess what? You're going to do it by yourself.
Yes.
Or with that other girl I found out about.
Find you another pen.
Well,
Yeah.
or your cellmate.
Yeah, or whoever, whoever you swapping soups with, but it ain't gonna be me.
Swapping suits.
Yeah, it ain't gonna
Collaborating on them. Dang, I forgot the term.
No.
be me. Yeah, just
Say
it won't be me. It won't be me.
And
it
get somebody
wasn't.
else to do it.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure, get somebody else to do it. I'm glad that I did that for myself. I'm glad that I changed my address and cut that phone off and
Hey.
did that for myself.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. That's a growing lesson.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah. I've been there.
yeah.
I've been there.
And
Yeah.
you think your trauma bond started when you got married? Like, was that a trauma bond marriage? You said you got done young, so I'm just asking.
I told you why. Because
I
we
know.
we had families who grew up
Yeah.
in the church and we were spending nights and they was like, what y'all doing? Yeah, it wasn't. We didn't have
Old
no.
Southern
I mean,
Baptist.
that's what I'm
We
saying.
had
That
a
could
lot
be a
of-
trauma bond too, just from
Yeah,
the
but that
outside
wasn't.
pressures.
That's literally not why we. That's why it wasn't hard for me to leave, and I ain't been back. I hate to say this, but he the only nigga I ain't spend the black ever.
Oh snap!
So there's that.
Okay.
That was my dog though. So
Yeah,
it was a different type of. We truly bonded. Like that was my dog. Like we truly bonded. That was a different type of thing. Did we have similar like childhood traumas? Absolutely. But I was healed and he wasn't in his. So all I was able to do was bring, like, hey, this is what you should do. However, though, I'm not your mom. They failed you, not me.
Yeah,
So I'm not finna let you bring. No, we're not about to do that.
yeah.
This is how our arguments went. He'll say something random and dumb, and I'll be like, okay, and then I'm leaving with the kid. And now you got to call everybody to figure out where I'm at. See, wasn't no GPS on the phones and stuff. All that thing. I was out. Yeah, ain't got to worry about you finding my location. And I had an Android, so he couldn't even hack.
This girl.
So, but no, this person, they came at a traumatic time in my life, and they had traumatic things going on at the same time almost. So I felt obligated because you built me up. That man gave me at the time something no other man had gave me, and that was the confidence of Beyonce.
Okay.
Like I never had to worry about another woman. And I used to think it was cute that he wanted to be on the phone all day and all that, but that was conditioning me. And so once he got me, I was stuck. Like it was watching the phone and, do I feel like this? No,
So
I don't
you was
feel
going
like
through
it.
the stages.
Yeah, I went through all of them. And I didn't have the strength to break free. It took other people to tell me like, hey, you acting funny, like, and not like funny like standoffish, because when I'm social, I still was social.
Yeah.
But it was like my patterns was changing. And I had to literally get pulled out of it. And once I got pulled out of it, I was like, the nerve of you. This Negro spiritual ain't even worked all that. And he still texts me to this day. It's annoying.
Do you think it's because of that trauma bond? Do you feel like he still feel bonded to you? Do you think he still feel bonded to you because
Yeah,
of that?
he does, because again, I also gave him something he never had before. You know, I uplifted him. No other woman uplifted him. And it wasn't because it was more so like Kim said, women will get what they can get out of them. You know, and so that, but it's just like, even with the, like you said, having fun. So I would feel guilty if I'm out having fun and he call and he be like, well, I'll let you go. I know it's some N-words in the background. And it used to bother me. I'm like, man, I'm finna go.
Yeah.
Just so I could be home. Ooh. So I can be home in the bed doing nothing.
Yeah.
So you could be comfortable. And then
You not feel guilty.
I think once I had the courage to hang up in his face
It was
and
over.
then cut my phone off.
Yeah, it was over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just stood on it from
Then
there.
pull up terms.
That was the burnout.
Can't pull up when y'all know I'm at.
Yeah.
So y'all keep sharing y'all location. I share location with my friends. That's it. I ain't sharing location with no man.
I don't share locations.
I do.
It's
You
for
should.
It's for
safety.
safety purposes.
Yeah, it's
should.
for safety.
First of all, you got somebody whole baby out here. He should be able to track you.
Oh, no.
Checkmate.
Yeah, no, that's only if I say I'm on the way home and like he don't believe me, I'll share my location. Yeah, that's the only
Oh,
time.
Lord.
And then it's just for like that day.
Yeah,
it's
that
gonna
30
stop at
minutes.
I mean, you
midnight.
get an hour.
Because you're on the way home anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah,
And really, he don't even know how to
now
check
I know
it.
how y'all work.
Yeah. It's not, it's how we work. No, that's not for all women. There are women out here who love that. You know, I had a friend who got caught up because she forgot her location was on. But my, the Lord turned the table for her too. So I'm like, yes, give it to him because he just did the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
What's your
trauma.
trauma?
I'm about to say, see, that's trauma.
that
now
is
we got to
trauma.
get to the trauma.
She
part.
had no, and I'm proud of her. She has stepped away. I am proud of her. She
That's good.
stepped away. It's her best head giver though. You know that's hard.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
Lord.
That's what she
Nick,
Yes.
have you ever been trauma bond? Oh, you know what? That's a different type of trauma, I guess. That type of bond.
A sexual bond.
Yeah.
That's different. That's different. That's a whole different.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
a
think
whole
that'd be
different segment.
this.
Not a segment. I'm just saying if there's a different type of trauma bond.
No,
But,
you stand because you igmatized.
Well, what was your trauma bond?
I was sitting here trying to think as y'all was sharing y'all stories, and I don't know if I
was
truly have one.
She looked like she didn't have one.
I mean, it doesn't have to be relationship. It could be friendship. Like, me and that girl didn't have no relationship. We was literally just became friends, but we trauma bonded
That
for
ain't
a
her
friendship.
either.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Nick, don't be trying to be all good and make us seem like
No,
we
if you-
bad 'cause
no,
we
it
got
wasn't
trauma
that.
bond.
If you
No.
think
No,
I'm
about,
just
but if
playing.
you think about the way Nick answers questions week in and week out, Nick
I mean,
is.
trauma bond can be anything, though.
It can be.
It can
Yeah, I
be.
know.
I
Girl
really
have what
don't
she
shy
don't
away
have.
from topics much.
I know.
I
I'm trying-
don't.
is there even
and I
like
was
a-
really trying to think of something that I would have considered even now that I'm out of it as a trauma bond. And I really don't know
If that was it.
if I would consider any of the situations I had a trauma bond.
Them girls you used to jump fences with in college, that's a trauma bond.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's true.
My girl
It's
was
not.
I'm just
right.
playing. I'm just
Yeah, I
playing.
mean, because
y'all.
you can
my
have
friend
friendships about trauma bonds with
But
friends
that's the
and
thing.
regular people.
That's what she was talking about one episode when we talked about how she evaluates friendships like she does her relationships. Because she does that, she doesn't have those situations, is what she's trying to say.
Oh, she'll end up in the ghetto. That's fine.
So after you got out of your long-term relationship, did you feel like you talked to anybody who had just got out of a long-term relationship as well? And did y'all talk about that, and that's what made y'all interested in each other at first? Is that what y'all make? Because trauma bond is not also about
She got
love
disgusted
and
when you
liking.
asked
No,
that.
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
No.
because trauma bond could be even just a regular conversations with the person, like y'all bonding over this common situation.
I mean, no, because realistically, everybody's been in a connection before.
Yeah.
So that's a conversation that I think is a generalized conversation. Hey, when was your last relationship? Yeah, y'all broke up. So
yeah,
I
trying
can't.
to
I wouldn't
understand
necessarily.
who you are.
I wouldn't necessarily call that trauma bonding. Like, oh, I broke up with somebody. You broke up with somebody. Let's get together and
No,
you know?
not even getting together. But that's just what y'all talked about. That was y'all conversation.
Honestly,
that's what y'all laid it for.
To be honest, I usually make anyone that I dated grand opening, grand closing from a conversation standpoint, because I really try not to bring
Bring that person
that.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into
Well,
the next
you know what I
conversation.
feel like? I
It may
feel
be
like-
like generalization. When was the last time you dated something? It was like general stuff, but it like
Or how long have you been single? Those kind of things.
those kind of questions, and I kind of touch
Shy
on
away
it,
from it, yeah.
but I don't really dive
I
deep.
feel like me and Nika had a trauma bond when we both got single. We used to talk like every weekend
That's
about.
a friendship, love.
I know that, but I'm talking about the specific conversations.
Okay, so Can I ask you a question?
No,
Let's go
no,
with that.
See, but I'm.
No, I mean let him. Yeah, let's see. Because I'm
Let him
assuming.
cook.
Yeah, let him cook.
Let me serve it. So
Okay,
we
serve
would- So like we would talk about like the current situation of dating, like the certain like the type of people we're meeting and how what we really want, but it's not out there type stuff. And we would talk about that like at least every weekend.
Hold on. For the record, they've never dated. You know,
No,
somebody.
No, this was like
No,
a sibling.
no, yeah.
This is
No,
a
that's what
sibling.
I'm saying.
You know, you gotta let people know. 'cause,
okay.
you know,
Yeah,
people
just
flow.
for conversation.
We know.
So this is what I mean as far as like conversation, because it's certain people that I've met and we've only had like when we talk, we just talk about the same type of situations. You know what I mean? And it was a period that's what me and you did. We sat and we talked about the same type of, you know, conversations. Like we'll talk about, you know, our day to day, and then we would get on the point of like dating in this age or like, you know, the type of people we've been seeing and how they've been and how it's all the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I guess we may see it differently because I didn't necessarily consider that as a trauma bond,
I mean,
if you will.
Yeah, I don't see it as that, but
I just see that.
That's my homeboy.
Yeah, so
Big sister giving her little brother some
just
advice.
and
vice
it's a
versa.
but even as a friendship though, we just
Yeah.
sit up and having a conversation. If we going through the same thing, hell, I do the same. I talk
Yeah,
the
that's
same
what I'm
about. I
saying.
mean, it just depends on
And
what you're.
Kim.
Yeah, we've had some good.
Kim didn't talk me off the ledge,
So this is
baby.
what I'm saying, but it be at times where those conversations really take, you know, until we all get over whatever, you know, y'all over that, then it's a new set of conversations that happen.
But that's
You know what
not
I mean?
bonding because we were bonded prior to.
I understand it's not bonding.
Yeah, but he's looking at it as
I think he's looking at it differently,
Like, yeah,
because we both
we're
going through
the same
something.
thing.
Yeah.
So we having this conversation over our trauma.
Yeah, I'm not saying the whole relationship is a trauma bond, but we have trauma bond moments. Because then we say, hey, we have trauma bond seasons. So I'm saying we have seasons where we've trauma bonded together. Hey, we already could be friends, but it can be a season of us going through the same thing
Okay,
where
I
we're
see where you're
bonding
going.
deeper, you know, over this because we're both in this situation.
Yeah.
And it's not like a forever bond. I mean, we're always bonding because we're friends or whatever. But
We family.
of course. So that during that moment of whatever we might be mutually going through, you know, it's a different type of bond for that time, for that season. So that's what I'm saying.
So
Can
you're
we-
saying, I see what you're saying. So that could cause you to get closer to somebody.
Yes.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, so
I
that's
got
what I'm
you.
saying. It's like we all have different
Okay.
type of seasons with
All right,
people
Fly.
to where we've been friends with them, and you know we just bonded differently on this subject because we went through this together at this time. And it, you know, you can bring you closer, and it's like, you know, then you can never talk about that subject again, and then you bond over new stuff. I'm not saying that there's a lot of many tragic bonds. I'm just saying like that is a form of a tragic, right?
Yeah.
Duality is a thing. I guess we viewed it differently. I just viewed it as
That's my homeboy.
me having a conversation with my homeboy.
I mean, that's how I looked at it too, but I'm saying it could have been that at the same. That,
I
you know what
mean,
I'm saying?
I say duality exists. I'm not arguing with you. I didn't view it as me having a trauma bond. It was almost me relating to the same situation. Like, oh, you're going through this, I'm going through this too. But I didn't necessarily feel like it was a.
Exactly. But isn't that the definition up in there somewhere?
No,
No, I'm talking about through the stages. I'm not
No,
saying that
no,
we went
all
through
the stages were abuse.
No, but you don't have to go through all the stages. I'm
No,
just
I'm
saying,
just saying all the
was
stages.
it any of the stages?
Yeah, because that definition is based on a relationship.
I know. I'm just saying.
and abuse.
Yeah, that's true. And
That's
abuse.
the
Yeah, that's
we
abuse.
gave our rendition of what we assumed it was because that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
So that was nice to know because I'm sure everybody else thought like we thought that you bonding over the specific event
Yeah,
and blah 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 and move from there.
Yeah.
that's true.
No,
I've definitely never had a
I mean, but we know that trauma bonding is real, and a lot of relationships stay or become stagnant, and people stay in them because of that trauma bond, and that's when you have a toxic relationship. So that's why we wanted to discuss that,
Right.
Because like, you know, burnout is real, especially in
Yes.
relationships, and trauma bond is real. And sometimes you have to know when to escape. Like, when is it good for you to just go ahead and exit stage left?
Yes.
Right. It took some people around me to say, man, listen. And then it took me the realization saying like, okay, so this can't happen forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to have to change some things up. And when I did change them up, I was like, yeah,
Did
I'm
the
about to
right
go
thing.
out and have a good time.
And you felt good.
Oh, yeah, I felt great.
And that's graduating from the trauma and the bond. Like that's cutting it loose and letting it sink.
And
in.
that's what should happen.
Yeah.
You shouldn't leave one sitchy for another.
Yeah.
That not at this age,
I do
baby.
not understand that. I've never understood
Yeah.
somebody who
But
leaves
that-
somebody
yeah,
for
that's a
somebody
whole
else. That's
different
always
show.
been the wildest thing. Like, I don't want to be with you. Do you think I just want to hop in this with her? Like, that's crazy.
It happened.
It happens.
It definitely
Yeah.
happens. But when you let toxic things go, beautiful things can blossom. And I'm just speaking from experience.
So let the trauma bonds go.
Yeah.
All
know?
that.
And if you gotta burn them, if you gotta get burnt out to let it go, hey, it works.
But don't
Duality is a
get
thing.
burned to let it go.
Yeah.
Because I heard what he said. I'm just, okay, never mind.
I hate it.
Well, on that note, we're going to get out of here. Make sure you are following the 30 Plus Podcast on all social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another cousin to listen to the 30 Plus Podcast.
Yep.
If you have 30 Plus Therapy, we'd like to hear from you. Make sure you're sending us an email, voice note to the 30 Plus Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, send us some voice notes as well on the DMs if you want us to, play it or text one of the people that you might know at this table.
Yeah.
And we will get that on for you. So until next time, y'all be good. And if you can't be good, be good at it.
Hey,
Love it.
Stop trauma body.
Get your hands up, yeah. To the floor, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.